Hello and welcome to Severe Weather Live. I'm going to be discussing these tropical storms, and I'm sure everybody's curious if this is going to be a hurricane. So I actually probably came in at the wrong time because right now the Hurricane Center is doing an update. But I'm going to discuss this anyway. And I'll end the video after. All right. So we're going to be talking about Tropical Storm Laura, which is located up here, and Tropical Depression 14, which is down here. You just don't see the icons. And they're doing an update, so we'll see what happens. So right now I want to show you the wind gust. And I know you guys are curious, is this going to be a hurricane? Is this going to be, I know you guys are like, going crazy over this right now. But let's go through the wind gusts right quick. And I'm going to show you different types of winds. And also I'm going to show you precipitation. Now, as this goes over San Juan, Puerto Rico, as you can see, the storm is north of Puerto Rico. So most of the impacts are going to be winds and rain. Okay, winds and precipitation. So not currently, but when this storm does reach over San Juan, Puerto Rico, they're going to get 25.9 mile per hour wind gust. And also, I'll show you the precipitation after this. But we're going to try to track both storms here. And down here, as you can see, Tropical Depression 14, which is currently at 19.9, actually 36.2 miles per hour. Sorry. All right, so that's a tropical depression. So let's zoom on up here. Let's get these storms moving. You can see it still stay at tropical storm pace. It seems like the wind gusts are still pretty high with Laura. All right, let's start with this one. So let's look at the wind gust for 14. So now we're at 47 mile per hour wind gust, which is a tropical storm. Okay. So here you have 39, which is also a tropical storm. And it goes right into Florida, southern Florida. It dies out and it comes out, and then you have pretty much the wind gust here, 32, 34, and over here you got 38, which is pretty much back to a tropical depression again. And then you'll see impact with 42 mile per hour wind gust, which is tropical storm wind gust. And Laura fades out. It gets weak, as you can see, 28 mile per hour wind gust. Then you see it strengthen up a little bit. Let's see how much though. Oh, Houston. Wow. So I see impacts on Houston with 48 mile per hour wind gust, which would be a tropical storm. And it even goes on the land with some wind gusts too. 43, 40, 39, 32. Tropical storm even on land for Houston. And it goes up north of Texas, and then it still has some strength, a little bit of wind gusts to it. So now we looked at the wind gust. Now let's check the 10-meter wind gust. Now this is going to determine whether what you're going to be feeling on the ground, whether if it's going to be hurricane winds or if it's what type of winds are you going to actually feel on the ground. So I'm going to take you to 10-meter winds. And then after we look at the 10-meter winds, I'm going to look at the storm's pressure, okay? And you'll see how much it's weakened. So let me load this loop. So far, no hurricane. All right, so this should be up and ready to go. All right, nope. It's still loading, so I'm gonna let it load up. While it's doing that, we'll discuss that. So as you can see in the first part, we looked at the wind gusts. It seems like the impacts are gonna be pretty much Houston on both storms. Wow. Texas, you're gonna get both. Jeez. Okay, so and the impacts will be a tropical storm. So you guys are going to get a double whammy. So then after that, I'm going to look at precipitation and see how much rainfall you're going to be getting with the storm. Because I see the storm goes over Florida, and we're also going to find out what's going to be going on with Puerto Rico also. We're still loading up here. This is live, so you get the live results of everything. All right, so we're almost there. It's not going to be too long. All right. All right, this is good enough. All right, so now we're watching the storms. So let's look at San Juan. All right, since it's going to be going through San Juan, Puerto Rico. So as it lands, as you can see, the winds are over Puerto Rico at 40 miles per hour. All right, 33, 32 as a tropical depression in this area. But then up here, you got the 40, so that would be a tropical storm. But thank goodness this is north. But most of the winds you're going to be getting will be 13.6 mile per hour winds. This is what you'll be feeling along with the wind gust from, so it's going to be pretty windy, rainy, and icky. So now the storm moves up. So let's go back up here so we can observe this other storm too. So you're going to be getting this storm travels up. Then it hits Florida. Wind gusts 34.4. That's tropical depression. So it's going to be a tropical depression as it hits Florida. It's the winds. So pretty much the impact on the winds is going to be at least 19, 20 miles per hour. 16 as you go further north. And the water be about 30, so it'll still be a tropical depression. Then it goes out. Oh, let's before we go, you see the intensity on this other storm? So that's going to be 41 mile per hour winds, which is going to help push all this rain and the waves in. All right, so we'll take a look at that next. And this also goes on to land. You'll be feeling 37.3 miles per hour winds, which is a tropical depression. So pretty much it's going to be a tropical depression through as it hits southern Texas. So let me look at let's see how it goes up to Houston. Look at that. Let's get a closer view. So you're at 43 mile per hour wind gusts. So that's a tropical storm. So it's going to come up on Houston, Texas, or up on shore, close to shore here, with some tropical storm. Look at that. See, as it hits land, you got 39 mile per hour wind. That's still a tropical depression. Then it lowers down at 28. So as it turns into a tropical depression as it hits land. All right, so we got that. So this is actually what you're going to be feeling once it hits Houston, all right, Texas. All right, so now that we got that squared away, we're going to be looking at precipitation. So now the precipitation is going to determine how much rain you're going to be getting with these storms, whether they're freak out or whatever. So let's do that. We're going to load the loop on that one. It shouldn't take long. Let me pause this, because I can't give you guys a sneak peek yet. That's why. So as you look at the chart and look at the colors, the light blue is less intensity, and as you go further higher in the red, it gets more intensing. So we'll determine how much precipitation you guys will be getting with these storms, okay? All right, almost there. All right, we're there. All right, let's get started. So let's go back to the storm here at the beginning. All right, here's Laura. Here's 14, okay? So let's look 64.2 inches. So you guys are gonna have some flooding. All right, oops. So you're gonna have 64.3 or 60, pretty much in the 60s as far as precipitation, 64.9 inches. Okay, let's move up. All right. So it goes south of Miami now. Wow. Okay. That's good. That's a good thing. All right. But then you get less precipitation, which is awesome. So you got 60.9 inches, 66.8 as the storm passes. All right, let's watch 14. 68.3 as it hits. Ooh, that's gonna be 70.7, so that's like 6 inches. Ooh, it's intensifying. Yay. Ooh, oh no. Look at that. 4.4. So I'll leave it at that. 74.4. All right, hold on 1 second. All right, so that's at 74.4 inches. So pretty much your major threat with this storm is going to be flooding. That's going to be your major threat with this storm. So Houston, you're going to see a lot of water. All right, with this storm. So let's look at the storm's intensity. So we'll go to 500 millibars. So let's take a look at the storms in 500 millibars. It's loading up. So we saw the wind gust, pretty much a tropical storm for Houston, and southern Texas will be a tropical depression. Your precipitation for Houston would be about 72.4 inches or 74. I thought it was 74.4, and then 60 inches for southern Texas. So your pretty much your biggest threat will be flooding and stuff like that. So, all right, so it's almost done. All right, so we're done. So let's scroll back. Boop, right here. This. Let's stop at Puerto Rico. All right. So the storm's intensity as it goes, this is what Puerto Rico is going to be feeling while the storm passes through. So pretty much you're going to have some intensity there. It's going to be a crazy day. Let's just put it like that. As that passes through. And as you can see it as it goes up, you can see it trying to form a twirl. But look over here. Look at this. That tries to do something. I looked at that like 3 times and I said, whoa, that just went right on by. All right, so this is a tropical storm as it goes south of Florida. You guys are going to get the impacts of some winds and some precipitation with the storm as it moves up. Look at that. It tries so hard to intensify. It wants to do some damage. It's not. Look at that. You had its one last chance to do something. It didn't. Thank goodness. But as it moves all the way up to, look at that, it tries again. It just keeps trying as it goes into that spin. And then it tries again. Oh, yeah, but it does hit as a tropical storm. So it is going to be intensifying as it hits land, okay? As you saw before. It will be intensifying as it hits land. So Houston, get ready, man. So let's go back. Let's go back to 14 here as it approaches land. As it approaches land, it'll be intensing. It intensifies on land. Right in this area here, up here, as you can see that. So that's pretty much what you're going to be getting with this storm. Look at that. That just totally, and let's see how far it goes. Ooh. Yep. It's going to be a pain in the butt as it goes up. Lufkin, Tyler, Texas. So pretty much that is about it as far as this discussion of the hurricane or tropical storm. So as you can see, it's not going to be a hurricane. Actually, I'm gonna check the 10 meter winds. Okay, I'm gonna check the 10 meter winds also, cause that'll. I just want to double check and make sure. All right, let's check the 10 meter wind. Something's telling me, yeah, it's still the same. Look at that. There we go. Yeah, that's still. Yeah, that's still. Yeah, that's a tropical storm. Okay, guys, I hope this information was helpful. As you can see, there's not going to be a hurricane. Your biggest threat's going to be the intensity of the storm that as it hits land, winds, and precipitation. So thank you for watching. This information was helpful. Give a thumbs up. And I will see you. And I'm just about to go start on live stream for severe weather. So that's pretty much what I'll be doing, all right, after this video. So enjoy the rest of your day, and God bless. Thanks for watching.